Hello, beautiful people. So, I'm going to be honest, I've been avoiding to speak up about this and make a video about this because I've been afraid of reactions. I've been afraid that I'll say something wrong, that I'll be disrespectful, or that I just will come out in a certain way, or say something wrong. And it's been uncomfortable. And then I was like, yeah, but isn't that what I'm always talking about? Daring to be uncomfortable. And I'm perfectly and fully aware that there's so much that I don't know. There is so many things that I could be doing better. There is so much that I have done in my life that I regret, and where I have hurt people and been disrespectful, and in my unconsciousness just being like a shitty person. And I will keep making mistakes, and I will keep being imperfect, but this is not about me, and this is about speaking up. This is about saying something, standing up, showing up in the imperfection and in the not knowing of how to do that perfectly or how to do it in a good way, because I don't know. And it's honestly scary to be talking about this, and it's uncomfortable, but I'm going to do it anyway, and I'm going to speak up in this imperfection. All that's been going on right now is really like with George Floyd dying, rest in peace, and that shit should not be happening. Like, it's not okay. A person shouldn't die because of their skin color. Never, ever. It's not right. It's not okay. And we've been ignoring it. And we do something about it when stuff like this happens, and then we just go back to our normal lives, like these trends that keep going. And then we just like continue like nothing. I don't want to do that anymore. And I want to learn more. And I want to admit that I haven't been learning all that I need to learn. And I'm willing to be uncomfortable. And I'm okay with the discomfort. No one should die. And whatever I can do in my daily life, I will do, no matter how uncomfortable it is. And what I wanted to talk about is that as white people, like I am, and I'm talking to other white people, we need to check our bias. We need to check the racism within ourselves and how we are buying into white privilege on a everyday basis and not speaking up and not doing things. And this is something that is really hard for me to tell, because I feel so ashamed that I even have this thought. But at the same time, I have compassion, and I just want to show you how this bias, how this thing that is going on inside of us presents itself in our minds and how it comes out. So this is a story that is hard for me to tell, but I will do it. Because, like I said, like, it's not about me. I want to show you how this works and the shit that goes on in our minds that we're most often not aware of, that we need to become aware of. So I was driving my car a couple of days ago, and I saw a black man going out from the woods, from a neighborhood that is like one of the better neighborhoods in the area that I live. And the first thought that popped into my mind was, I wonder what the fuck he did there, you know? And I watched that thought because I assumed that he did something wrong. And I watched that thought going in my mind, and I was like, what the fuck is going on right now, Julia? And I saw that in myself and was like, that is the shit that you need to be looking at and be aware of. And not to judge myself for it, not to tell myself that I'm bad and evil, and not to get overwhelmed and hate myself, because then it's about me. And yes, I will be having my feelings, but those are my feelings that I need to be dealing with, and not make other people deal with them for me. Not to make other people deal with my discomfort for me by not doing my own work. So what I'm saying with all of this is check your stories, check your bias, check the things that go on in your mind, be aware and do something about it. And I also want to say that there's so much, like I said in the beginning, that I don't know. And there's so much that I could be doing better. And there's so much that I could be doing, but honestly, most often I don't know where to even begin. But as I'm making this video, I want to say that I am beginning in a bigger way than I ever have before. And I don't want this to keep going on. I don't want this to be this way. Like, I don't want this world to look like it looks. I don't want things to continue this way. I want to do what I can do. I want to take a step back and listen and hear you and sit with my discomfort and sit with my pain and your pain and listen to your pain and listen to what you've been through and listen to everything and just sit back, take that in with my heart and listen to you. Because this can't go on. The world can't look like this. We can't have people dying in these ways, and we can't have people dying in poverty, and we can't have people dying because we take advantage of people in the West so we can make clothes and get food and then just like shit all the things out on other people. Like, no. And I want to do what I can do. I want to know what I can do better. I want to know how I can show up, so I will educate myself. I will educate myself really big and read and keep on reading and keep on talking to people, having those conversations. And check myself often, really often. Like the conditioning, like all the conditioning that I've been watching and seeing lately, I've been really confronted with my conditioning and the ways I run away from myself and the ways that I try to like bypass and kind of bury my head in the sand. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to. I want to be true to myself. I want to be true to the imperfection of this path and not knowing, but still show up in the way that I can show up and say something rather than say nothing in fear, in hiding. I don't want to do that. I don't want to hide. I don't want to let my fear keep me from saying something about something that I really feel is important, that I really care about, just because I won't do it perfectly. Because I won't do it perfectly. I won't. So, as I said, this video, check your bias, check your stories, check yourself, do your own work, and do the work out in the world as well. In whatever way you can, in whatever way feels right and true to you in your heart. Not out of guilt. Don't do it out of guilt. Do it because it feels real and true in your heart. And dare to be uncomfortable, dare to be afraid, dare to show up, and dare to do it from your heart as well. Dare to sit with other people's anger, other people's pain, other people's beliefs and feelings, and sit with them and be with them and stay with them and stay with that which is arising within you. If someone is speaking about something and you're feeling shame and you're feeling fear and you're feeling discomfort, that is on you. That is not their thing. That is on you, and that is the work that you need to be doing. Whatever is arising within you when somebody is speaking is yours. That's yours to look at. And I want to invite you to do that with this video. Invite you into discomfort, invite you into fear, invite you into pain of other people, and stay with it. Don't jump into defending, don't jump into explaining, don't jump into avoiding or telling or speaking about you. Stay with people. Hold space, like really hold space, and dare to be uncomfortable. Meet your discomfort, meet other people's discomfort. Just stay with it in the best way that you can. This is what this time is really craving and asking of us, to go into the shadow, to go into the truth, to go into what is going on and be uncomfortable and be with that and stay with that in your heart, in your body. Meet yourself, meet other people. I'm starting to get really cold, so I won't keep going on. But yeah, that's what I had to share, and share the story that I noticed going on inside of my head, that is like, that I feel ashamed of even admitting that I have, but it's something that happened, and I want to show you how it can look, how this things, this programming, this conditioning is showing up for us as white people, and how when we are not aware of that and we're not working with that and we're not seeing that, that shit comes up and hurts people, and we need to take accountability and responsibility for that. Because it's as much our responsibility, like it's mostly our responsibility. It's our responsibility to see the privilege that we have and how we are using that in our day-to-day life. And I'm gonna leave with that and hope that you do what you can, no matter how imperfect it is, and say something and do something and show up in whatever way that you can. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm sending you all the love on this journey, this imperfect journey, this uncomfortable journey. I'm sending you all the support. Thank you.